A warm welcome to the August gathering. I am A.S. Muktibooth from India. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to give a small talk on Lee Santilli isotheory. The famous EPR argument proposed by Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen in 1935, which was advanced as an argument that quantum mechanics is not a complete theory and should be supplemented by additional variables. If this argument is true, then the additional variables has to restore the locality and causality. In 1964, J.S. Bell proved a theorem according to which a system of quantum mechanical particles which spin half with SU2 Lie algebra consisting of Pauli matrices cannot admit classical counterpart, that is, it violates locality and causality. However, the hidden variables interpretation of quantum mechanics was found to be grossly non-local. This appears to disprove EPR argument. In 1978, R.M. Santilli discovered the action-preserving generalization, that is, completion of various branches of Lie's theory, such as universal enveloping algebras, Lie groups, etc., by defining a spatial iso-associative product and classifying isoalgebras into regular and irregular isoalgebras according as the structure constants which appear in the commutator product are either constants or functions. Santilli painstakingly developed isomathematics required for his purpose. Santilli proved that although Bell's theorem is valid for point-like particles which are in the exterior dynamical system, it is not applicable for the systems of extended particles which come under interior dynamical systems which spin half under deep mutual entanglement, and the same systems do admit classical counterpart with the isotopic SU2 Lie Santilli isoalgebras represented by Pauli Santilli matrices, providing concrete and explicit realization of the hidden variables under full validity of quantum mechanics. Subsequently, Santilli proved that Einstein's determinism is progressively achieved or approached in the structure of hadrons, nuclei, and stars, and it is fully recovered at the limit of gravitational collapse. In this talk, following our recent paper by myself and Professor Santilli, I am going to outline the basic aspects of Lie Santilli isotheory, which are essential for Santilli's proof of EPR argument. Use of Lie Santilli isotheory in proving EPR argument can be studied from Santilli's paper, which was published in 2019 in a journal, Ratio Mathematica, which we can see the reference in the bibliography at the end of this presentation. So coming to the first slide of our presentation, let us start with the very first slide, which talks about EPR argument. So as stated here, can quantum mechanical description of physical reality be considered complete? So the answer to this question is no, and it is because of the phenomena of quantum entanglement. In their paper, Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen, the last paragraph, which was written by them, is the following. This is the most significant and most important conclusion of the whole paper. So they say that while we have thus shown that the wave function does not provide a complete description of physical reality, we left open the question of whether or not such a description exists. And the final statement is that we believe, however, that such a theory is possible. So this was a belief of the three of them, that such a theory must exist, which brings about determinism in this quantum mechanics. And in this regard, Einstein also said that, this is his famous statement that I am quoting here. He said that God doesn't play dice with the universe. So quantum mechanics has to be a complete theory. This was the contention of this whole paper. Again, I am repeating the statement here, and this was the foresight of three of them. So quantum mechanics could be broadened in such a way as to recover classical determinism, at least under limiting conditions. And this is what is done by Professor Santilli. Let us come to the next slide. For this, Santilli had to consider a dynamical system, which is called as interior dynamical system. For quantum mechanics is considered in the exterior dynamical system, wherein point-like particles are moving in a vacuum, and this system is linear, local, Lagrangian, Hamiltonian, and with action at a point. Santilli said that if we consider the same phenomena in quantum mechanics, wherein the particles are moving in a hyperdense in a physical media, and the particles are considered as extended, deformable, and hyperdense particles moving in physical media under the most general known linear and non-linear, local and non-local, potential as well as non-potential interactions, then we can show that quantum mechanics is a complete theory and there exist hidden variables for this theory. Again, what I have said just now, the most spooky action, non-locality of quantum mechanics due to quantum entanglement phenomena, and for that, so proving EPR argument, Santilli used interior dynamical systems, wherein extended, deformable, and hyperdense particles are considered can be represented as extended, deformable, and hyperdense under the conditions of mutual overlapping or entanglement with ensuing contact at a distance. So for proving his EPR argument, Santilli has to work hard for a long time, and first he had to develop isomathematics, which is applicable for the Lee's theory, which can be applied to Lee's theory, and Lee's theory is lifted by Santilli to called as Lee-Santilli iso theory. So the main basic fundamental mathematics developed or formulated by Santilli is isomathematics. In isomathematics, basically we start with a field, and we start with a field of characteristic 0, and we change the multiplicative unit of the field, call it as iso unit, which is termed as I hat. This is a new unit of the field, which can be written like this: 1 upon t hat, where t hat is called as the isotopic element. So this isotopic element can be from the field itself, or can also be taken from outside the field. So after considering the isotopic element t hat, we construct iso unit element, which is 1 upon t hat, and the product is also defined in a new way, which is called as iso product in the field now, which is like this. The t hat is again our isotopic element. So this is the property of our isotopic unit and isotopic product. And the new field that we get is called as Santilli's isofield. Elements of the field are called as isonumbers. So this new isofield is represented like this. This F hat and hat are the iso elements, the iso product and iso unit. Now after developing the iso mathematics, Santilli lifted all complete Lie theory to Lie-Santilli iso theory by using this basic fundamental unit and iso products. And for Lie's theory, we know that commutators are defined like this. This is commutator products. This is the rule of commutation, where A into B, AB is the conventional iso associative product. Lie's theory formulated on iso-Hilbert space H hat defined over the iso field F hat generated by iso-Hermitian generators x1, x2, xn with all possible products are lifted from in Lie's theory. All possible products are lifted by iso-associative products as defined above with the iso unit I hat, which is 1 upon isotopic element, which is T hat. So using iso unit element and iso product, complete Lie's theory is lifted by Santilli to Lie-Santilli iso theory, wherein again the iso commutators or iso commutator product, commutating product or iso commutator we say is defined like this. This was done in way back in 1978, and this was Lie isotopic theory. This is a generalization of Lie's theory done by Santilli, called as Lie-Santilli isotopic theory with this commutator product, where again T hat is the isotopic element, as we know. Now, depending upon the isotopic element T hat, there are three types of theories which come across. And Lie-Santilli iso theory is based on the isotopic product which we have just now seen. Iso commutator product is defined like this. Here T hat is again the isotopic element which is taken as a Hermitian matrix or operator, where T hat is equal to T hat dagger. So if I change this isotopic element in this sense, and where T hat and T hat dagger are not same with isotopic, you can see here, then this type of product is this gives rise to Lie-Santilli Gino theory, where T hat isotopic element is a non-Hermitian matrix or operator with this property. If now isotopic element is considered as sets, which are R hat and S hat, we get a new kind of type of theory developed by Santilli, which is called as hyper theory. This is the most general formulation of hyperstructural character, which is based on this product, where R hat and S hat are the sets. Now let us come to Lie algebra. L be an n-dimensional Lie algebra over the field F with characteristic 0, and our conventional associative product Nm defined like this, and with conventional multiplicative unit as 1. So if generators are Hermitian operators given by xk, that is x1, x2, xn, and this is algebra is defined on the Hilbert space H over F, then we can define zeta L to be the universal enveloping associative algebra of ordered monomials with this product. Let the Lie algebra L be isomorphic to anti-symmetric algebra attached to this enveloping algebra, then we can write like this. L is isomorphic image of zeta L anti-symmetric enveloping algebra. With ensuing Lie's theorems and commutation rules, the commutation rule is defined like this. These are the commutators. Whereas we can write this product in this manner, where C, I, J, K, this K, these are called as structure constants. Now, isotopies of Lie algebra. Once defined products like this, we can uh, just now, as we have said, T hat is the fixed positive definite operator with an arbitrary functional dependence on local variables. This is called as isotopy of associative product, and isotopy of enveloping algebra characterized by ordered monomials of Poincare, Birkhoff-Witt-Santilli theorem based on the isoproducts as defined above. The isotopies of Lie algebra in this is constructed in this manner are called as Lie-Santilli isoalgebra. So L hat is the antisymmetric algebra attached to the iso envelope in this manner with these products, with this commutator product defined like this, with these structure constants, which are iso numbers, you can see, or iso functions. The isotopies of Lie groups today are known as Lie-Santilli isogroups. If you consider Lie groups instead of Lie algebra, we get lift it by Santilli's method, we get Lie-Santilli isogroups. And the iso representation theory, in the same manner, representation theory has been lifted to iso representation theory using Santilli's method. Let us come to Lie-Santilli isoalgebra. This is a specific definition given by Santilli. It's an isospace L hat over the iso field. With the iso fields may be iso real numbers, iso complex numbers, or iso quaternions. And let T hat be the iso unit element defined as we have seen previously in this manner, 1 upon T hat. Then Lie-Santilli isoalgebra, where the commutation is defined like this, called as isocommutator, as we have seen earlier, and with these properties given at the end, and with these properties of linearity, and this antisymmetric property of commutators, and this is Jacobi's identity as we can visualize it. May call it as iso-Jacobian identity, satisfied by the elements of the algebra, isoalgebra. And it is here important to note that the associative character of underlying envelope is preserved while using isoreals, isocomplex, and isoquaternions. Now, in this regard, there are three important theorems which are lifted by Santilli to the in which again isocommutators are defined as defined by Santilli. We are just mentioning here, and we are not giving actual theorems here. So iso representations of Lie-Santilli isoalgebras is classified basically into two parts, depending upon the nature of the structure constants which occur in the isocommutations, as we have seen earlier. If the structure constants are actually the constants, then the representation of the then the isoalgebras that we get are called as regular isoalgebras, or the representation is called as a regular iso representation. And if the structure constants that appear in the commutators are the functions, then the iso representation that we get is said to be irregular. So mainly we will be talking about the regular iso representations as achieved by formulated and achieved by Santilli for our purpose. Now we come to the construction of regular iso representations. Regular iso representations of Lie-Santilli isoalgebras L hat over the iso field of characteristic 0 can be constructed via, this is important, non-unitary transformations of conventional representation of conventional Lie algebra. So basically we take non-unitary transformations of the Lie algebras to achieve regular iso representation of Lie-Santilli isoalgebras. The general rule for mapping Lie algebras into regular Santilli uh, isoalgebras were identified first time by Santilli. And this can be seen from the in the paper 11 in the references. And it was studied systematically in the monographs 12. And these transformations applied to various quantities, we can see that U and U dagger. This is the this gives us the once in the iso field we get this property U dagger. I had, but this is not same as the conventional unit. So this unitary transform applied to the entire mathematics of this theory leads to Santilli's isomathematics. So these are some of the transformations that we have applied to the various types of elements and products. So you can see these equations here. A is transformed to A hat by applying this non-unitary transform. The element is sandwiched between U and U dagger. You can see that here also the element is sandwiched between U and U dagger, and we get these transformations. Again, this is the commutator. How commutator get transformed in this manner. And here you can see the structure constant Cijk. Then again these how Hermitian operator acts on the vector. This is also you have to apply sandwich it between U and U dagger. This is how the uh, transformations are applied, non-unitary transformations. Now let us come to the classification of regular isounitary irreducible isorepresentations of the Lie-Santilli isoalgebras denoted by SU2 hat. This can be seen in papers 13 and 14 in the references. So Santilli actually constructed regular isorepresentations of Lie-Santilli isoalgebras, which are denoted by SU2 hat. So conventional Lie algebras are SU2 algebras defined by well-known Pauli matrices. This classification is merely given by either non-unitary transform in this manner. These are the matrices, or that can be given by these types of where you can consider these types of matrices. So we know that conventional Pauli matrices sigma k satisfy the rules, these rules of multiplication like this. We present the identification and classification of in reference 1314 of these matrices. In general, Lie isotopic algebras are the image of Lie algebras under non-unitary transformation. So in short, we say that Lie isotopic algebras are the images of Lie algebras under the non-unitary transformations with these properties. You can see again that the commutator product is sandwiched between U and U dagger, and we get these things. As a result, a first class of fundamental or adjoint isorepresentations called regular adjoint isorepresentations are characterized by these maps. They are given here. So these Pauli matrices have been transformed by non-unitary transformation to Jk is transformed to Jk hat in this manner. And these are, you can see the eigenvalues here with delta determinant of Q. F hat. Here we will be considering delta as 1 to show that actually the hidden variables are there, to prove the existence of hidden variables in quantum mechanics. So these are the Pauli-Santilli matrices. Isopoly matrices. We will call it as isopoly matrices. And Santilli constructed these matrices for his purpose. Delta is a determinant of. Now these are the again some of the isotopic rules that Dandeli has developed. The following isocommutator rules and generalized iso eigenvalues for f of delta delta to the power half, and we get these isocommutations of the um, isopolymatter in this manner. And this confirms the regular character of generalization considered here, because the structure constants are constants and not the functions. The isonormalized isobasis is also given by the trivial extension of conventional basis in this manner. And isopolymatrices will admit conventional eigenvalues 1 by 2 and 3 by 4 when we put delta equal to 1. So for delta equal to 1, we again get the same eigenvalues, which can be verified by putting these. It is important to emphasize the condition of isounitarity, that is u dagger is equal to iso hat is equal to isounit element, which is not same as the unit element. So thus realization of isotopic element T hat is this. In this, T hat is taken as this matrix with determinant of Q provided concrete. This provides a concrete and explicit realization of hidden variable under full validity of quantum actions. And this is what Tantil has proved to prove the EPR argument. Lastly, this degree of freedom has major fundamental implications presented in the paper 14, as well as for the spin component of the first known representation of nuclear magnetic moments presented in the papers 25 and 26. And lastly, these are the references that are used, and this was the paper we were referring to, which was published in 2017 on studies of regular and irregular iso-representations of Lie-Santili isotheory in Journal of Generalized Lie Theory. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.